Alright, this is Todd with Train Heroic, and we got a video today of myself snatching from blocks. This is my first time really lifting off of blocks, pretty much ever. So kind of interesting just to see what happens here. Really tends to actually exaggerate and exacerbate some tendencies I have from the floor. So, built up to a heavy double. This is 205. I managed to make both lifts, but again, a little bit sketchy on a few things. So we'll play it at speed for 2 reps, and then we'll just take an analysis of it. So we got here, first rep, bar's just a little out in front, so I end up stepping forward to save it. And then second rep here, I almost fall backwards on this one. Doesn't look as bad in the video as it felt, but that one felt like it almost tipped me over. So what we see here, we're doing blocks from just above the knee. Again, first time doing this, so there's some of this is just going to be getting used to actually using the pulling box, but I definitely have a tendency to kind of pull the bar straight up and slam my hips into it. I've gotten a lot better at that off the floor, actually moving the bar backwards, but what we can do here, if I just put this line down, right, that's where the bar is starting, and then if we kind of watch this in slow motion, we'll see, first thing I do, I kind of raise my shoulders a little bit too much there. Then bar is even moving forward from there rather than moving backwards into my hip. And then bar comes straight up even a little bit forward. Hips come horizontally. Right, and then just slam into this bar. It loops way, way, way out. Good extension there, and bar's in my hip where it's supposed to be, but way too horizontal with the hip. And then as such, this bar is just slightly forward here. I do manage to just drop under it. I can kind of get away with it at this weight, but that's what actually causes this this step forward that was coming up. So that's the first rep, and then we honestly see a pretty similar thing on the second one, but there's another interesting thing I wanted to point out here. So as I get set on this, I kind of try to do what I do when I pull from the floor. So I get tight here, and then I sort of try to raise my hips and re-tighten up. Except what happens to me is that's a pretty good back position, very tight. I raise the hips and then just completely let it go, right? See how my spine just sort of gets soft there? And then I try to re-tighten up in time to pull. It actually seems to work out okay here, but I'd rather see, right, get this tight position than rather than whipping that spine soft and then cranking down again, just maintaining that tightness as I kind of go through that hip raise. So that's something that I'm going to have to be more cognizant of, especially off the blocks, just because it's a slightly different position. But for this rep as well, bar straight up, hip slam into it, things flying out away from me, and this time it actually comes back around enough that it almost takes me backwards with it, which you can kind of see here as I end up actually stepping backwards to stand this one up. So interesting stuff, just that the blocks really tend to exaggerate some positions that might be already occurring from the floor, and in my case it ends up being that tendency to pull the bar straight up, slam the hips into it, and just loop it way around. Alright, thanks for watching.